That was the intro for the video. Awesome. Now let's share the stream. Hey, what's good, Frost? How you doing? How you doing, Frost? How you doing? Alright. What's going on, you guys? It's me, Arekkusu TM. I'm back on YouTube. What is it? I decided to take a week off of YouTube because I said fuck it. I wasn't really feeling it, and I felt like I deserved it. You know, because I've been live streaming like, you know, a long time. Here, I'll just start from the game select feed for the music in the background. For us, I'll let Louis do his thing. He's eating in the background and drinking while we get to Banjo Tooie. Now, as you guys can see by the title, this game did a little too much. That's what I was gonna say. Did a little too much, or way too much for its own good. And we're gonna get into that. But before we do, like I said before, I want to thank you guys for always supporting the My Experience streams, even though I've been berating you guys with a lot of these. It's because a lot of you guys really like them, especially at my viewers after stream. You guys seem to really like them and watch them a lot after stream. Like, you guys don't appear when the stream actually is here. You guys just like watch them afterward, which, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Like, you do you, but like, you know what I mean? Just you do you, of course. But I'm just saying, man, it's a little weird that, you know, some of y'all don't come to the streams and watch there, you know, when it's actually live, but, you know, so you don't gotta watch it when it's off the shit. But I'm not gonna judge y'all on that. You know, y'all, like I said, y'all do you, okay? Don't let me discriminate or discriminate, whatever y'all be doing. So I don't know what Louis is doing, but he's in the background. Say hi, Louis.
Hi. Yeah,
he said hi. All right, let's get started. Let's get this out the way so I can move on with my day, because I kind of want to get this out of the way. And, you know, since I've been gone a week. Anyway, so the story of Banjo Tooie. 2 years after Gruntilda's defeat at the hands of Banjo and Kazooie, two of Gruntilda's sisters, Magenta and Bobletta, used a large digging machine, aka I can't remember what it was, but whatever, digging machine named Hag 1, to enter Spiral Mountain and set Gruntilda free. Upon which they discover that that while she's still alive, has rotted into a skeleton while underground. That's pretty much the main story of it, and I guess I drew myself on the back, and I drew myself on the front. Like, basically me being pissed off at Gruntilda for destroying Spiral Mountain in the game, which I will show you guys the opening cutscene to Banjo Tooie. So you guys don't gotta like, so I don't gotta like explain like what it actually is, because I realized in my experiences I did a lot of explaining but without like showing it, so you guys didn't get like that visual reputation. I'm a guy that usually understands shit a lot more. I mean, I understand the whole like, you know, showing us or the whole telling us, but I understand a lot more a lot of the time when I'm being shown like what it's about. So let's check that out, shall we? Why don't we? Let's check it out. Yep, that's pretty much the story they're showing you guys. I'll turn it up for you guys so you guys can hear it better. I just came to say hello and have a great stream. Have stuff to do IRL. Sadage. Thank you, Ambu. I appreciate it. And also, Ambu's birthday is today, so happy birthday, Ambu. I wanted to mention that in this stream. So, like, Ambu, this is technically your birthday stream in a way, even though you probably have no idea what Banjo Tooie or Banjo Kazooie. Well, you know Banjo Kazooie probably, but I'm not gonna. Okay, whatever. Hey, what's up, Frost? How you doing? I saw your comment earlier. For some reason, she feels lucky. Yeah, this cutscene is not short, guys. This cutscene is long as balls. I remember watching the whole thing, and then it took a minute to start, but it's necessary to move the story along. So, how you doing, bro? I'm doing good. I'll mention how I'm doing after the cutscene. I got you, bro. It's probably such shit quality that I'm showing you guys, but anyways. Oh shit, look. Are you 20 already? No, I'm not 20. Not yet, anyway. I will be next year, though. I will be 20 years old next year. Not this year. Ain't that crazy, dude. I'm gonna be 20 years fucking old. That means I've been doing YouTube since I was 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, I'm not 14. Maybe like 13 or 12. But you get my point. Yeah, 12. But still, 12 or 13. But you get my point. I've been doing this for a long time. This is the hag one I told you guys about. One of Gruntilda's sisters is coming out. A lot of dialogue. I know y'all probably can't see the text because on my side it's fucking bright as shit even after I closed the blinds, which is a little ridiculous. Back to Banjo and the gang. Kazooie, you're a fucking cheater, man. I forgot about this. Niggas, hi, Alex, hello. Yo, what's up, sis? How you doing? How you doing today? As you can see, my nigga Mumbo. My nigga Mumbo checking out what these girls are doing over here. Yeah, a lot of dialogue here. Bruh. Very, very bright. Sorry. I have to show at least some of this stuff, alright? I'm gonna show some of it. Alright, but Gruntilda gets revived, right? No, this cannot be. What happened? Like, she turned to bones because she was in there for so damn long. And then, you know, Mumbo was like, oh shit, gotta tell Banjo. Like, seeing as Bony Man has, you know, see him. And they're gonna try and take him out. Leave it to me. He's no hassle. I'll kick butt. Then off to the castle. It's a whole thing. Like, she does a lot of things. Gruntilda a bitch. But you cheated, Kazooie, stuff like that. Yep. Okay, bye. What? I was just... Bleach trailer is probably dropping on December 18th. Probably. Yep, they blasted him. And they let enemies on the loose, and Congo, etc. Okay, I'm trying to get through this so, like, we can move on and stuff. Bubbles actually dies in the beginning of the game, which is fucking dark. Straight up. Look at our house. Yeah, dude. At least everyone got out safely. Hang on, where's Goggles? Goggles boy and stuff. Basically, Bubbles. Yep. He died. Look at this. Literally, Bubbles' death right here. Look. Dang. Can't see him until I go super close. Wow. Dude, I forgot how much of a fucking meanie. Alright, but that's the beginning, okay? That's the beginning. I wanted to give y'all like a skim through of the beginning of Banjo Tooie, like the story. So you guys can get a visual grasp as well, even though that visual grasp is probably dog water. Right? I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's not complete dog water, but you get my point. Like, the story isn't dog water, but man, alright. Alright. Let me open the blinds again, so you guys can see me again. Alright. Regular Alex is back. Alright. Let's see. The intro is so beautiful, and so is the story. I love the intro of this game. Even if it was, like, 10, 11-ish minutes, I love the shit out of this intro, like, even if it's fucking dark, like, dark AF a little bit, like, they killed Bubbles, they killed Bubbles and destroyed Spiral Mountain, which I thought Gruntilda was an absolute fucking skank for that, and I really fucking did not like her for that. I was like, you bitch, how could you destroy such a beautiful landscape, you know, like Spiral Mountain, which is one of my favorite places in Banjo-Kazooie universe, and stuff like that, and just seeing all that on the N64, running on the N64 console to me is spanking new, since I've never played Banjo Tooie ever before this point. Like, before this my experience right here, I have never played Banjo Tooie, bro. So, like, when I got my experience right here, this is, like, from my first on-hand experience with Banjo Tooie. This is when I had it on, obviously, emulator, since I can't play it. I don't own an N64, like a real N64 and cartridge, but still. Number one, the Jiggy collection theme is kind of cool, like the OG theme more. This isn't really a negative. It's just my personal preference, honestly. And the little Jiggy theme is kind of like, it's good, but like, really, like, I don't know. I just thought of it as really weird, and yeah, Jiggy appears like the doo-doo here. Like, it may sound the same, but when you actually collect it, I don't know, it's a whole thing. Jiggy Wiggy's Temple, like, there's a lot of music that I cannot wait to show you guys. The music in this game is beautiful as well, like, oh my god. Sorry, it's just that, my god, I was not expecting. Anyways, this is Spiral Mountain's theme for the new one. Sad as fuck compared to what it was in the first game. But anyways, number two in terms of this game, I said better the graphics are better, N64 like honestly, game graphics to me, I stopped caring about that a long time ago. Like, honestly, I can look at a game like the 16-bit and look all the way back to like look all the way forward to where we're at now. A lot of people, right? And this isn't just like me, but because I used to be like this back in the day, man. Graphics are everything, you know. Graphics, you know. Oh, the game's gotta have good graphics for me to play it. It's like, what? Who gives a fuck about that, man? If the story and the characters are interesting, you know, the game is gonna be good regardless. Regardless if the characters have blocks for hands, regardless if the characters have blocks for a fucking face. Like, some of y'all literally play a game called fucking Minecraft for fuck's sake, bro, and y'all don't even get on its graphics. So why get on, like, N64 graphics and shit? Why hype up graphics to what they are? I mean, sure, like, don't get me wrong. Graphics are a cool thing, like a cool visual cue to look at. But, like, I'm just saying, like, dude, like, it really grinds my gears when I hear somebody be like, oh, N64 graphics wasn't all that. It's like, yo, do you play the games? Who fucking cares what they look like, bro? Play them for their stories, man. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, I'm a graphics bitch. I only care about fucking PS4, PS5, and Xbox graphics, bro. I need that high-definition graphics to play a game. Like, what? Like, what type of mentality is that, bro? I mean, do you, I guess. Do you. But you're missing out on a lot of good games on a lot of good consoles that came before it, bro. Just because you like new-gen graphics. Like, fuck out of here with that, man. And I'll say it again. I'll say it as many times as I like. I do not give a fuck about the graphics, bro. If the graphics are really good, you know, the graphics are really fucking good. All right? I'm going to straight up say that, right? But, you know, if the graphics aren't as good, bro, like I said, I don't care about that. I don't care if the graphics aren't that good. I don't care. All right? The graphics are the graphics, bro. I literally look at Super Mario 64 and say that's a fucking masterpiece. I literally look at Super Mario Bros. 1, bro, for fuck's sake. That's a 16-bit game, by the way. Keep that in mind. And I look at that with absolute fucking praise, bro. Play it for its story, bro. Now, if the story and gameplay isn't you know, you don't like the game, you don't like the game. That's whatever, right? But, like, you know, I just don't like when people, like, judge graphics up front. You know, I'm fucking sick of that. That annoys me, actually. That really fucking bugs me. N64 is not graphically good, but gameplay-wise, man, it's wild, yeah. Alright. And, you know, maybe that's because I have a soft spot for N64. I do. I really do, honestly. My fucking N64 heart, like, bro, it skipped the beat. But anyways, number 2, really, honestly, like I said, graphics are really good. I love the way Banjo Tooie looks. It looks a little better than Banjo 1, but even then, like, you don't really, it's not a super omega difference. But still, like I said, I'm not judging a book by its cover and just saying, oh, everything's better in this game. But anyways. What is it? Number 2, in terms of negative, there are timed events in this game. Just like Banjo 1, you guys already know the deal. I fucking hate, and let me tell you, I absolutely hate timed events. I hate anything time-based ever since Crash Bandicoot. If you haven't seen any of my Crash Bandicoot videos, y'all niggas should know by now, bruh, that whenever I look at a Crash Bandicoot joint, right, I sit there in awe because it's like, or I sit there and look at anything time-related. I don't give a fuck. If it's time-related, anything with a fucking clock, I look at that shit, and I sit there in awe because I have to deal with such shitty gameplay. I don't like being timed. I don't like me being time-limited, alright? Like, a timer above my fucking head. Hey, do this now, you little shit. Do this in less than 2 minutes. Fuck you, alright? I ain't gonna do it in less than 2 minutes because, first of all, that shit makes me panic and I hate the absolute shit out of it. But my point still stands. I hate timed events, like quick time events where you have to do fucking whoa. Sometimes they can pull it off really cool, but like I'm talking about like the timed events, and it's just a whole thing, man. I really don't like timed events. Lucas, what's good, bro? Welcome. Let me shake your hand, bro. How are you doing? Thank you for also wishing me a happy Halloween, even though no one else did, which... Hey, no hate. Y'all got your own lives to worry about, but I'm just saying, thank you for wishing me happy Halloween. What's up, Alex? I was just watching a Dragon Ball comic dub, and I noticed that you were live, so I came in. Hey, that's what's up, man. And also, like I said, in my Discord server, you know, I also like link my Discord server all the time. Like whenever I go live or something, I always make sure before I really get into the stream, like deeply into the stream, I always make sure I link my newest streams all in my general chat. So like literally whenever Friday comes about and you see a live notification, just in case YouTube doesn't notify you guys, I always at everyone that, hey guys, I'm live, I'm back, I'm doing this stream again, you guys know it. And it's once a week. It's not like every day or anything. Y'all know that already. But anyways, number 3, the beginning of the game is pretty long, 5 to 6 minutes. What I mean by that is like the beginning of the game, like the beginning cutscene was 10 minutes. Not a lot of people nowadays are going to sit through a 10-minute cutscene, bro. They're going to be like, okay, that's a little bit too long. And I understand that. Because I was like that, bro. I don't like sitting and waiting for things straight up. Like, I really don't. I'm like, can we get into the gameplay already? With a lot of games, I'm like that, bro. Because I'm here for the gameplay. I'm not here for it. And, you know, again, there's some games with no story. You're there for the gameplay, etc. But seriously, like, the beginning of this game is a little ridiculous. It was 10 minutes straight. And yeah, it's a little ridiculous to kind of get through, but hey, that's how it is. Number 4, Banjo and Kazooie have all their moves from the first game, like straight up. If you've played Banjo-Kazooie all the way to beginning to end, and you start Banjo-Tooie, you have all Banjo 1 abilities. Like, you have all your abilities from the first game unlocked. You don't gotta re-unlock them like some other games I will talk about in the future, but still, like, you have all your moves equipped to you, and I like that shit. It shows some continuity in the game universe. It shows, oh shit, I still have this ability from the last adventure I just took, so which I think was really fucking cool, and especially looking clean as fuck. Sorry, the game looks clean as fuck on the N64, especially when you HD rev it up that bitch, and then also like moving around his banjo and stuff. It's so cool, and then using those same old moves from the first game in the new one. It's so fucking cool. I love it. But that was number 4. Number 3. I meant to say number 3, not number 4, but number 3 for good. The cutscenes are awesome to watch. I enjoy watching the cutscenes, so like I don't have a like omega problem with watching that 10-minute cutscene in the beginning, but it is kind of long. I'm gonna mention that again. It is long, but I do love watching the mini cutscenes, little movies that this game provides. And this game has a lot more cutscenes than Banjo-Kazooie 1, actually. This game has a lot more cutscenes than Banjo 1. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. Number 4, 23 new moves. I shit you not. 23 different moves, new moves to learn. That is way too fucking many moves, okay? First of all, 23 moves I'm gonna have to keep in control of. And think of this on the N64 controller, right? And you guys know what an N64 controller looks like. I obviously don't have to fucking show you guys what it looks like. But literally 23 different button styles, 23 new moves, 23 moves that Banjo and Kazooie can perform. That's a bit ridiculous if you think about it. Like, let's say this, right? When you're first starting the game and you learn that you actually have 23 new moves to learn, right? To hone and stuff. When you're playing through the game, you'll obviously get through them all. But I literally learned this firsthand. So, like, when I was getting into the game, I looked up how many abilities they had, and they had a lot of abilities. And let me tell you guys, it overwhelmed me. And this game is not new at doing that. This game will overwhelm the fuck out of you in a lot of moments, man. I'm telling you guys. As a person that experienced this game and 100%ed Banjo-Tooie, there's a lot of moves in this game, man. There's just a lot. Anyways, number 5. Tons of new locations in this game. So you guys won't be seeing a lot of older places after Spiral Mountain. After Spiral Mountain, all the places you've seen in Banjo 1, you will not see again. It's all new locations after Spiral Mountain. After Spiral Mountain, which Spiral Mountains are pretty much your essential hub world for Banjo-Kazooie. After that, there was just tons of new locations you guys have to explore and backtrack towards. Tons of new places. For example, inside the King Jingotling's inside inside the King Jingoling's throne room, okay, Bottles' house, Isle of Hags, Jinjo Village, Jiggy Wiggy's temple, all that good shit. You have a lot, and those are just examples. Those are just small as examples. And also, don't mind this on the back. It's just a dino code that I had to write down because I couldn't, like, process it at the time. And / couldn't really remember it at the time. Hey, Louie, what are you up to? You gonna play, like, Legends or something? Or not Legends, fucking DS? Alright, same here. Alright. But that was number 5 in turning the positive. Oh my god, collecting shit in Banjo Tooie is a hassle at first. No, that is a lie. It is going to be a hassle. Let me tell you guys, dude. I think I mentioned it later down the line, but I'm still gonna mention it here and now. By the way, Lucas says hi, Louie.
Hi.
This game, collecting shit in this game is a hassle. It isn't just collecting Jinjos and jigsaw pieces, and that's it. It's, you're collecting Jinjos, you're collecting a certain amount of items in that certain mission, jiggies, like aka the puzzle pieces and shit. Oh my, you're collecting so much shit, man, especially in the beginning. And even in the beginning, it felt like a hassle, but number 5, for this moment, in the beginning of the game, it is going to be a hassle for the first time player, / myself, in this instance. But that is part 1 of my experience with Banjo Tooie. Part 2. Alright, my experience with Banjo Tooie part 2. Banjo's swipe move from the first game is replaced with a roll, which is for the best. What I mean by that is, so Banjo in the first game had a pause swipe, a 3-punch combo, right? That you had to stand there. And by the way, like, the reason why I'm moving slowly is because my stomach kind of hurts. I don't know if I'm constipated or some shit, but it is weird. It's been happening to me for the past few days, so I'm not sure what I'm doing to my body right now. Like, that's bad. But anyways, and yes, I am wearing my Kill la Kill hoodie. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but my Kill la Kill hoodie or sweatshirt, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, Banjo has a pause swipe move that goes like this. You know. That's what it looked like in Banjo Kazooie. In Banjo Tooie, he has a whole roll move. He goes, Hwah! You know, I can't actually roll, so I'm going to use Koopa Troopa for example. Hwah! He rolls. He actually rolls, which I thought was really fucking sick because, oh my god, man, I'm telling y'all niggas, like, actually, like, having to, like, kind of, you know, like, jump around the place to get to places faster and then roll, like, because you can mix your roll into a jump a little bit, kind of, smidge-like. And it'll be fucking cool as shit, I'm sorry. But just mentioning that, it's kind of cool. Like, Banjo having a roll and stuff, I like that shit. And I remember when I first discovered that when I was first playing, and I was like, oh my god, Banjo has a fucking roll attack. Awesome. And this can take up enemies way better than his pause swipe technique from the first game. And I'm gonna be honest, it is better. And let me tell you guys something. Just because my title says, you know, Banjo Tooie does way too much, doesn't mean they did some things, doesn't mean they didn't do anything better than the first game, because they did a lot of small things that are better than the first game. But it's also in reverse, in that instance. But anyways, that was number 6 on positives. Number 6, sneaking past this caveman is really freaking annoying. Okay. So I think I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about cavemen. Right? So there's this part in sneaking. So whenever I'm sneaking around in Banjo Tooie, I can't really sneak past the caveman that much. I really, like, can't. I have to, like, sneak around. And I know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, now I know what I'm talking about. I had to literally, what is it? It was in the first world where you have to sneak around a caveman to get a certain item in one of the worlds. And it was really fucking annoying. I remember, hold on. Let me try and search for it for you guys, so you guys can know what I'm talking about. But I remember, on the N64, yeah, messing around with treasure. Yep, this is it. Scaring the caveman. So, I remember when I came here for the first time,
Yes.
I don't know why he's doing a playthrough.
So we got a ton of cheese. And we went through Target Sam's.
Right? Okay. So let me show you. Guys, let me show you this real quick. Alright. Let me turn the camera around. Alright. So this part in Banjo Tooie, right? So the treasure up there, you have to actually sneak through this entire thing, grab it, and fucking run. Alright. I had to do this shit, and it took me a long period of time to do this shit. It was either, yeah, you have to sneak. And what is it? Since my controller, my DualShock PS4 controller, since I'm doing this emulated, all right, I don't have an actual N64 joystick, like I said before. The sneaking is bullshit. I don't know why, but like every single time I would try and sneak around, it wouldn't fucking work. So I would have to try to find an alternative method in order to do so, and it was bullshit most of the time, and I hated it. And again, I'm sorry for the pause, but I really did not fucking enjoy that too much. I really didn't. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more visual with you guys, because I've noticed a lot of my experience. I've been going back and watching over time, and I've noticed that I'm not showing a lot of my points. I think I've mentioned this a little bit before, but I'm not showing my points out to you guys enough, I feel like. And I'm not trying to say y'all are stupid, y'all can't figure out what I'm talking about. That's not it at all. What I'm trying to say is I think this my experience show needs a little bit more on the visual side of things, like the explanation, Louis, help me.
Explanation.
Yeah, what Louis just said. You know, that part's good, but the visual is not good. I'm not showing y'all what the fuck I'm talking about, so some of y'all might be lost on what I'm talking about, especially people who have never played the game before. So I'm gonna try my best from each my experience onward to show you guys what I'm talking about visually, so we can get that for y'all. Okay. Alright. Number 7 in terms of positive. The camera's good, just like the first game. So, if you guys remember, a lot of N64 games have, like, either good cameras is, like, at its best, and then at its worst, it's, like, Mario 64 camera, where it's very fixed and very basic-ass perspective-like. And I remember a lot of people saying that was one of the worst things about Super Mario 64 back in the day was its camera. And let me tell you guys will not have to worry about that like Banjo Kazooie in the first game and the second game. You guys will not have to worry about the camera fucking you guys over in this game unless you guys absolutely break through the game and it's different. But still, you guys get my point. You will not have to worry about that when you guys are playing Banjo Tooie. So for anybody that was worried about the fucking camera, you don't got to worry about no more. Number 7 in terms of negatives. Alright, not a fan of minigames in general. Everyone knows this, but I do not like minigames. And I know, like, then Alex, why the fuck are you playing a lot of these older games, man, if you don't like dealing with minigames? Because a lot of these older games have minigames. Well, because I want to experience them at least once, okay? I'm not trying to say I'm going to go back to them straight after I'm done. I'm just saying I want to at least get an experience out of them, bro. Not just for the video's sake. But I actually want to get into these games as worlds and explore their worlds and understand a lot more fan bases than just what I have to experience. Because, you know, I've experienced so much since you guys last saw me. And this is not even recent. This is literally dated as fuck. This should have been made back in June and July. Like, this video should have initially been there, like, on the channel already. But, you know, like I said, I wanted to stack up on my experiences, so I'm doing them now. Instead of when it was supposed to be done. But anyways, I'm not a fan of minigames. I don't like them. Luke Ken, how you doing, man? How you doing, Luke Ken? How you doing? Oh, I got a headache. But anyways, I'm working. I'm not working, but I've been grinding out games, man. I've been grinding out games for you guys, so like so literally, y'all can be like, oh shit, I want to try Metro Fusion. Alex have the Metro Fusion video yet? Nope. But you guys can suggest them as well. Also, let me know down below in the comments as well, like not just in live chat, but after the stream's over, what games do you guys want me to my experience? I can play NES, Super NES, Game Boy / Game Boy Color. I can play N64. I can play PlayStation 1, PSP, Game Boy Advance. What else? Okay, just those 6 consoles at the top of my head, I can play all those. No problem. No lag, no none of that. So if you guys want me to experience something that I had never experienced or even heard of before, let me know. I can probably hit that bitch up after I'm done with a certain game that I'm actually currently playing. So let me know what games you guys want me to experience down below in the chat. It's also another thing. Where the fuck did my paper go? Okay. My fault. I'm literally just freaking lost right now. Number 8. Banjo and Kazooie's new moves. That's number 8. Egg aim. Alright. And I might show you guys, well, sad news, I'm not going to be uploading videos until I get my new phone for Christmas because my phone is almost completely out of space. Damn! You be filling that bitch up with what, man? My tablet's almost out of space and it's doing just fine, honestly. But anyways, probably because my tablet's newer than your phone, or maybe my shit's pretty old, actually. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys each and every single one of Banjo and Kazooie's new moves. So from the game, I'm going to show you each and every single one of you collect in the game. So let me get that loaded up for you guys. I'm going to show you guys every single one of their moves. All new moves. So all new moves. Like I said, I'm trying to be more visual with what I'm talking about. Once again, I'm really trying because I really want to get that visual out of the way. So like when I show you guys certain stuff, it's not just going to be a little bit and then I'm just talking through it. It's going to be talking mixed in with showing you guys all of the moves that Banjo and Kazooie can perform in the game. It's a long video, but stick with me. Also, thank you, Lord Killer B, for making this video. Appreciate you. All of Jam Jar's moves. So literally all the Jam Jar's moves. So this is Mayhem Temple, by the way. This is going to be long, so I don't know why he's trying to get a fucking Jinjo. But yes, you do collect Jinjos and Jiggies and stuff. You do collect a lot of stuff. Yeah, Jam Jar's moves, so let's just get right to it. And by the way, music notes become more useful because you have to collect them in order to for Banjo to do for them to unlock the move in the first place. So, and you have to go to these little things to get the moves. Get your sorry hide over here and press B, you fuck. That's pretty much Jam Jar is saying. Jam Jar is the brother of Bubbles, by the way. That is sad, though, Luke. That is sad. Inevitably, that is very sad. Sorry that happened to you, bro. Hey, but keep going, man. You're at 100 subscribers and shit, and your best video has like 5-point-something K now, or 6K now. So that's fucking amazing, actually. A 6K video that's almost going to go to 10K? That is insane, man. A game, yep. And like I said, this is gonna be a visual visual representation of the moves. Shows you how to use it. A game. Now again, A game. Alex, are you streaming / live streaming the Jump Fest on December 18th? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll even get... I'll probably get in trouble for that. But yeah, but let's go to this one. It's shorter. I have a lot of work to do from school, and I'm going to do some of them tomorrow. For real. Hey, guys, make sure y'all get your shit done, man. You know, don't be like certain people I know that... Not Louis, but... Well, Louis, yes, but he's out of school now, so it doesn't matter. But you get my point. Don't miss out on school, man. Look, don't ditch school. Don't do all that. Thanks, but Alex, I was wondering the next time I put your character in another video, what would you like to be in it when I get in my new phone? Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, playing cards, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm just in a rush because it's like, I don't want to bore you guys with literally an examination, man. Alright, but Yeah, what it says on screen, you guys will get. Yeah. Press X to attack, and you do as you please. Bro, stop calling, bro. Yep, the Bogle Blaster. Fire eggs. Alright, you get fire eggs. That'll be all. And I appreciate how he's like moving to each and every single one. Like he's pausing it in between. Beak bayonet. Like low-key, we're gonna be here for a while, guys. But before I continue that, let's see. If I put your character in another video, what would you like to be it? Honestly, maybe Gotcha Warriors or maybe a Q&A, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna have to double look. Probably another reaction video. I don't know. Maybe one of those three. Yeah, fuck it. One of those three. Just keep it simple. We'll just keep it simple with myself. Bill drill. Gotta love the bill drill. Grenade eggs. You get grenade eggs. I'm gonna skip past a bit so we're not here. Pack whack. Airborne egg aiming. And also, some of these moves, guys, that they're talking about in the video, you actually have to split between these characters. So, for example, airborne egg aiming, that's obviously just Kazooie. So, in this game, you also split. You could play Banjo by himself and Kazooie by herself. So, it's actually kind of cool that you can do that. So, again, a lot of these moves are with Banjo and Kazooie being together and also Banjo and Kazooie being separated. So, there's moves for both. Yeah, split up's also an ability that you can actually get while you split them up. Ice eggs. It's another good one. Wing whack. Wing whack's another Kazooie move. What was that one?
Oh my god. Got a fucking bucket.
Oh, you playing Metroid 1?
No, I'm playing Super Metroid.
Oh, let me see what it looked like. What it looked like. Oh, damn, that looks tough. Sub-aquatic egg aiming. Like I said, there's a lot of shit in here. A lot of jibber jabber.
Oh, look. Oh, no. Oh, no. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Hey, yo.
Talion Torpedo. It's not that I hate these moves. Clockwork Kazooie eggs. Basically like remote time bomb eggs and stuff. Springy Step Shoes helps you get a bigger jump. Hatch. Get ability called Hatch where Kazooie helps Hatch lay eggs. I don't know why. Don't question me. I'm just kidding. Taxi Pack basically helps Banjo out. Clog Clamor Boots basically allows you to cling the walls, which is kind of cool. I do remember that one. Leg Spring allows Kazooie to jump higher than usual. Snooze Pack allows Banjo to sleep and recover health. Glide allows Kazooie to fly in the air. Now, these are all just advanced moves. These are the moves that what's it called gives you. Shack Pack. And there's one more. Snack Pack. Alright, now those are all the advanced moves. Okay? All the advanced moves you're going to learn in the game. All the new ones. And also, that also combines with old ones. So, think of all the old ones y'all have. And then stack the new shit. I'm sorry, but just think about that for a second. A millisecond. Jesus, man. It's a lot of honestly, it's a lot of moves you have to worry about and get, honestly. And I remember when I was first playing, it really felt stressful to keep remembering that you have all these abilities. You have to use them all in the right spots, in the right places, and it bothered me. It did bother me for quite some time, and while playing it, there's also a lot of parts that there's just a lot of parts that really got me. But anyways, that's all the moves, that's all the advanced moves, all the ones I listed down here. Now, and then all the other abilities like Bill Drill, Grenade Eggs, Pack-a-Whack, Airborne, Ice, Wing Whack, Subnautica, Torpedo, like all the moves in the game you learn. Okay, I just showed you guys that. I skimmed through and showed you guys all what they get, well, all of the abilities you do get in the game. Now, there are shit I am gonna leave out, like for example, like how each thing works, because I don't want to go into like super omega detail on how one thing works. Excuse me, unless I really want to, but that's just if I really want to, and if I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. But anyways. Number 8 on negatives, getting lost in the shooter sections. Now, there is a fuck ton of shooter sections in this game. Now, what I mean by that is, it's basically where Banjo takes Kazooie, aims her like a gun, and you're in first person, so you're literally looking at the gun of your aimer, and you have to shoot eggs at stuff. I do not like these sections per se, because a lot of them are timed based. A lot of them have timed events slapped onto them, and also, you know, if you get hurt a certain amount of times, it's also very confusing to traverse through those sections in first person. I've had a huge problem with that when I was playing this game, and honestly, it's kind of one of the main reasons why I don't come back to Banjo Tooie, or I don't think I'll be playing it ever again after my initial playthrough. To be honest, I'll probably play Banjo Kazooie 1, but I definitely will not come back to Banjo Tooie for that and a lot more we're going to get into, honestly. But anyway, shooting sections, like I said, I'm not good at first-person shooters. I used to play them a lot, but, you know, I've stopped playing shooter games, you know, after a long period of time. So coming back to the whole shooting aspect of video gaming in Banjo Tooie on N64 joint, not my forte. Honestly, really not my forte. Who knows, maybe I'll play GoldenEye 007 one day, for my experience or something, but I heard that experience is pretty fucking dreadful. But anyways, number 8 for negatives, I really just did not like the shooting sections. I really strongly did not. Number 9 in good, you get to play as Mumbo and use his magic. Now, for example, you actually get to play Mumbo in this game. So, Ika Bokum, if you guys remember the motherfucker that would help you get magic abilities in the first one, you actually get to play as Mumbo in this one. So you get to play as Mumbo, you go around and you use your magic ability on certain objects and shit that he actually can use his magic with. And it's really fucking cool. I thought that was one of the best aspects of this game by fucking far, being able to play my boy Mumbo, because I really did like him in Banjo-Kazooie, the first game. So seeing him, and then every time you do Ika Bokum, Ika Bokum, Ika Bokum, Ika Bokum, Ika Bokum, Ika Bokum, when he's doing a spell, he's casting a spell and using his magic, I really loved each and every single one of those moments where he's putting stuff back where it actually belongs, and Mumbo is just so fun to play. When you guys play Banjo Tooie for yourselves, you guys will understand exactly what I'm talking about when I say Mumbo Jumbo. Mumbo is a fun character to play. Guys, you'll fucking love him. Number 9 for negatives. Racing against Mary was a pain in the fucking ass. I'm gonna show you guys this. And you connect it to the PS4.
Oh, no. Sorry.
You just kidding. Just look at Louis like that. Oh, God. Now, you guys might be thinking, who the fuck is Mary Canary? Or Mary, alright? Mary Canary Race. Now, you have to do this shit twice. But in Glitter Glutch Mine, you guys know I like racing, but I don't like racing at the same time. But let me tell you, when I was racing her in Glitter Glutch Mine, it was bullshit because, let me tell you guys, so I'm using controller, right? Now, this may not seem hard because when you're playing on the actual console that it's supposed to be on, right? And all your A presses and all your button shits are going to be mapped correctly, right? Okay, so you save her, right? About getting in trouble with Jump Fest, that could be considered copyright infringement. Exactly. So that's why I'm not planning on doing that shit, probably. But anyways, So you're gonna have to race her for a Jiggy and a Cheeto sheet, and you also have to collect the Cheeto sheets in order to 100%. So you have to race her twice here, and then way later in the game you're gonna have to race her again. Now look, this shit again may not look super omega fucking hard, right? All right, racing Mary Canary. All right, and Glitter Glitch Mine. Hold on, let me try and find the part where you're racing her, really quick so I can show off that. Okay, now this is the first race. Now, a lot of people just kind of left, like, see, basically you have to constantly mash A. Mash the shit out of A, right? During this section here, you have to mash A, all right? And you have to do this all the way there. And then for the Jiggy, you have to go all the way back down, right? And then you have to run back down to get the Jiggy once you beat her. So then you have to go all the way back down in reverse to race her again for the cheat sheet, which I thought was bullshit, and she actually got a little faster. Had to mute my volume because my dad's in the living room. Oh, fair enough. What is it? But this section was absolutely crap. I don't like using the word crap. I really freaking don't. Alright, but yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And also, the rematch. I'm going to mention the rematch. Don't worry. I'll mention the rematch, but that is for a later date in the video. That is for a later time in the video where I really get fucking pissed. That is the time I really got pissed at this game, was Mary Canary. Oh, and also I will link the full Banjo Tooie music in the description of the video. So, like, so when people want to know, like, oh, damn, this track is really good, Alex, what is this? Bam, you got it. I got y'all back. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Know what I'm saying? Alright. Number 10. The backtracking is freaking annoying, just like Crash Bandicoot. Now, this is also another big thing. This is right next to timed events. Time events and time shits, anything above takes, is worse than backtracking to me. Backtracking is a close second because what backtracking is, for people that do not know, it is going to an area you previously explored and thought you explored all around. But in most games, they add new areas or they lock out stuff that you couldn't explore before because you didn't have that certain ability or certain thing wasn't done in another world that you have to do in order to go back to that previous world that you didn't get to 100%. In order to do that one thing back in the previous world. That's what backtracking pretty much is in a nutshell. I'm gonna do another example for an easier way to understand. Let's say this, right? I go to house number 1. House number 1. This is house number 1. House number 2. Alright? I did 9 out of 10 things in house number 1. But I have to do all 10 things in house number 2 to unlock that one thing in house number 1. You get my point? That is backtracking in the easiest way I can freaking say it. That is literally backtracking, and it is BS, man. It is bullshit. I do not like experiencing backtracking in any game. So, developers, everyone that is going to be a platforming genius, okay? Do not put backtracking in your games, bro. It pisses a lot of people off. And that is literally and seriously the one thing that and not just the one thing, but it's one of the biggest things that hold this game back from greatness. I shit y'all not. It is one of the biggest things that holds this game back from being I'm not saying it's still a great game, but the backtracking is bad in this game. There's like more than, I guess, 3 different whole worlds you have to backtrack through. Like I mentioned, the 1 and 2 house, you have to do in this game around 4 to 5 different times, bro, throughout the game. And it is annoying. It wastes playtime. It is just a fucking shitty way to get more hours out of your player, out of your consumer, out of the person who bought the product. Luckily, this is on Rome, so I didn't actually buy the game, but yet I downloaded it. But still, you get my point. It is not a good thing to implement backtracking in your game. Hence why Banjo-Kazooie did very little of that in their first game. Because they knew then, for some reason they knew then, but didn't know in 2000, that people don't appreciate backtracking, okay? And I know this game is year 2000. It's the 2000, year 2000 game. Okay, it came out 21 years ago today. Well, not 21 years ago today, but it came out 21 years ago. Since we're in 2021, and this game came out 2000, so it's 21 years old. Yep, hence why I know good math. But still, just don't fucking do that, okay? That's number 10 in terms of negatives, man. I can't stand, and I know I just did what I did backwards, but I can't stand backtracking. I absolutely hate it. I despise it, and it shouldn't be here. I fucking hate it in Crash Bandicoot, and I'm gonna hate it here in Banjo Tooie. And I also hated it in the first game when it happened. And that was only for like 1 jiggy, and it still was bullshit that they still said, oh well, you know what, let's pull this shit off, let's actually do it, look at me, I'm getting buskets, oh look at this, I'm gonna make the game longer by backtracking and adding more garbage to my game, even though, I hate it. Number 10, all the power-ups are back from Banjo and Kazooie. The wadding boots, and the speedy shoes, and like I said, the wading boots and the speedy shoes. So for example, if you guys remember, the speedy shoes would make Kazooie super freaking fast, and the wadding boots would help Banjo-Kazooie traverse through muddy waters that crocodiles swim in with no issues. That's what both of these powers do, and I remember them because I used them a lot in the first game, but also they're back in the second game, and they're also used in the second game because you get my point, right? Okay, sorry, I stopped for a minute because I couldn't freaking move. Anyways, Banjo-Kazooie's new magic forms. A detonator, a truck, a small stone, a submarine. Those are the new forms that Banjo takes. And also, we meet this new chick that is apparently better at magic than Mumbo. I can't remember her name, but I think it was Hama or something. Hamaj, I don't know, something like that. It was a name like that. Or Hana, it was Hana, I think it was Hana. And she's able to do abilities better than Mumbo is. And honestly, when I heard that, I was like, better magic than my boy? What else can he do that's that much better? And obviously these magic transformations, you guys obviously know what a detonator looks like. You guys know what a small stone figure looks like, okay? And you guys know what a truck and a submarine look like. I don't want to show you that. But anyways, number 11 on negative. The Saucer of Pearl Ride, 400 points Cheeto, 500 points Jiggy. This minigame pissed me off, bro. Okay, hold on, bro. Wait, whoa, oh. Fuck this minigame, man. Bro, this minigame really pissed me off. I remember I spent hours trying to actually score 500 points. Bro, the Saucer of Peril. A lot of people might not think this is a bad minigame, but to me, this was horse-shit. I hated this shit. Now, getting 400 points I don't think was super bad. I can't remember that part, but I do remember when I had to grab Jiggy. Fucking horrible, man. That's his intro. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now, the minigame, you're on a little saucer, and you have to shoot targets. Now, like I've mentioned before, then this is what you do to get points. I don't know why he's pausing so much. I guess that's a little trick you can do to slow Banjo-Kazooie down. I've never done this. And by the way, the reason why this thing pissed me off so bad when doing this is because the ride would get faster, bro. The ride would actually get faster. And this may look easy because the dude I'm showing you has probably done this 20 to 30 times. But for your first time experiencing this minigame, and you have to do it. You literally have to do it in order to 100%. And you have to do it to get all the jiggies. So you're doing this minigame anyway twice. You have to do it twice. Not once, twice. Okay, unless you get both of them in your first rodeo. For example, if you score like 600 points, you'll get both the Cheeto and the Jiggy. But still, for me, having to do this not only once, because and you guys know me, man. When I'm thrown off by something, I don't perform well. I don't do well. I panic, I freak out, and I suddenly can't fucking handle the situation. All right? And that leads me to Okay. For some reason, alright, I don't know why my face cam froze. Are you guys serious? My whole fucking tablet is just frozen right now. Ride twice to get what I needed to get. Not fucking funny, man. Not funny. In my opinion, not fucking funny. I do not appreciate that shit. I really don't. And hopefully this doesn't count as a separate stream. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to redo this whole fucking stream again. And, yeah. Still alive, by the way. But yeah, I wanted to get that out there because I remember I got really fucking pissed at this, alright? I got really pissed at that minigame. It was a fucking horrible one. Ooh. The soundtrack. Witchy World Crazy Castle alone slaps. This, okay, let me show you guys, okay? OST. Now, Witchy World is one of the worlds. Alright? I'm gonna make sure I look at my tablet, right, while it's, doing this. And Witchy World is a carnival-like place with multiple different attractions. I had to reload again. Yeah, I had to reset my whole tablet. Right? I had to reload my whole tablet to get it to work, to get the stream back up again. So it's not you. It's not you. It was my stream it was my shit that fucked up. Guys. Alright. So this is just a small portion of Witchy World. And you guys know me, man. I love my pirates. I love my cowboys. I love my cowboy-esque aesthetic stuff. I don't know. It's probably the Texan in me. And I'm not trying to say that to sound cocky. Yes, I was born in Dallas, so that might be a factor. But I love this theme. This theme alone solos. And I wanted to show you guys. I know I had the old OST in here, but I have to put this track on because I remember when I went to Witchy World for the very first time. And by the way, it's multiple different places. You have a space world. You have a sand castle-like part of the world. It's a whole thing. Witchy World is like a whole carnival with different set pieces. You know how carnival has different parts of its carnival, like the carnival, like it has giant feet, like giant sphere, multiple different mini games. That's basically the whole world in a nutshell. Is a bunch of mini games. But the difference is when you go to each spot, the Witchy World theme has a different variant, and I fucking love the crazy castle version of this song. I love it a lot. I'm in the Wild Wild West. I see a nigga, I spit at them bitches. I grab my gun, pow, pow, pow. That's probably cringe. I really hope that doesn't get fucking clipped. But seriously. Shut up, Louis. Shut up, Louis. And you can hear the guitar just... Motherfucker! Hold on. Sorry, I love doing that now. But seriously, guys, the amount of time I have waited to show y'all niggas this theme alone. Oh my fuck, man. Exactly, Western vibes, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was getting that entire vibe. Like, I literally put my shirt on like this, like a cowboy and shit. And I always, like, I love the shit out of this theme, man. And a lot of these other tracks are good too, but this one just called out to me. Like, this one in Pacific called out to me. And I love this game for that. I honestly love this game for that. And I thank Banjo Tooie for doing that. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I just love this goddamn track, man. This track, like I said, slaps, bro. Honestly, I think it's better than a lot of the other music in this game. But that's just my personal preference. Don't get me wrong, a lot of these tracks can stand on their own as well, but like, this is probably my favorite track in the entire game, honestly. If you're asking me, if you went up to me and said, what's your favorite Banjo Tooie track? Witchy World, Crazy Castle. That's probably what I'm 99% gonna say. And if I couldn't think of it, I'd probably say like something like Spiral Mountain, just to keep it basic. But seriously, holy shit, this theme really got my feels, man. This shit really hit me, because I'm a Westerner. I've been all my life a Westerner, you know, so like seeing all these like stuff like cowboys and stuff, I've seen that type of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't live that lifestyle, but I've seen it on shows, TV, all that stuff like cowboys and people who act like that, and you know, the whole thing. I remember Nick for a while was even like cowboy-like in a way. Had a cowboy hat, had cowboy. Remember Louis? I think he had cowboy-like pants one time and a cowboy hat and shit, and boots like one. I think he did. I can't remember. He did? Yeah. There you go. So I do have experience. I'm not experience in that field, but I'm saying like I really love that aesthetic. And it might just be, you know, where I was born. That might be because of it, but still. Theme slaps. Let's move on to the next one. Holy shit! Sorry, I gotta leave this fucking track before I get way too into this track. Do 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 do. And notice, in a lot of these earlier my experiences, I'm noticing I'm not talking a whole lot about the boss battles. I think because I didn't want to spoil you guys with a lot of them, or with any of them if they're in the said game. But yeah. Fuck it, Jiggy appears. Love it when a Jiggy appears in Banjo-Kazooie. Okay. Anyways, number 13 for positives. We also have a new character introduced to us. Her name is, oh fuck, it's not Hana, it's Humba. Humba, and she's basically Mumbo from the first game. Like, I literally explained that earlier, that there's a chick named Hana, if you guys remember that part. But literally what I was trying to say was, like, her actual name is Humba, and she does the same thing as Mumbo does, but better in this game. And that's literally what her character is. That's nothing more needs to be said. Number 13 on negatives, the aiming can feel loose at times, and I hate it. This is also number 12 in terms of negatives, and number 13, the aiming in this game is so difficult. The aiming can feel loose at times, and I hate it. The aim, basically, when you aim, it aims like this, for example, right? It doesn't aim like... Remember, there's only 4 directions you can move the C-stick, C buttons. If you remember on the N64 controller, there's only 4 buttons. Up, down, left, right. Okay? So, you can't move it like this, alright? Like 360 no scope. You literally have to... Like, once you press this way, it'll go this way. Once you press that way, it'll go that way. Once you press up, it'll go up. And once you press down, it'll go down. And that shit was fucking with me a lot when I was doing these shooter sections at first. It really was messing with me. And I just could not. And I mean, I could not contain that, dude. I could not contain it sometimes. Sometimes I would be flipping my absolute lid. Other times I would just be sitting there not understanding what I'm doing. And like I said, I hate it because of how loose it really can feel. And that's just how I feel on the matter. But anyways, let's go to number 14 on positives. The swimming controls are exactly the same from the first game. And you get a swimming increase, by the way, later down the line in the game, which is a knock. If you help somebody, you get faster swimming. And like I said, the swimming controls, like Banjo, Kazooie themselves, them as characters, they control absolutely fantastically in their game. Another thing. Number 14, the random spawn points some of the Jinjos or Jiggies are annoying. Okay, by the way, what I mean by this is, like, they actually spawn at random points. Like, I mean, the Jiggy may spawn in the same spot, whatever, but, like, some of the Jinjos, for example, the Jinjos, okay, not Jiggies, or Jiggies, well, actually, yeah, either way, vice versa, right? So, when you're playing the game, right, and you see someone grab the Jiggy, or the Jinjo, that you were like, okay, I'm watching a guide, and I got the same Jinjo. Why is this a Jinjo that harms me instead of the right Jinjo that I collected? Well, because each and every single Jinjo in your said playthrough is randomized. So, for example, if you missed the Jinjo in the last world, and you thought you found the last black one in that world, it's actually in another world, or in another area in that exact same world. And I remember hating the shit out of this. I remember this was not a big thing in the game. They literally should just spawn in all the same points regardless of the playthrough you're playing. And honestly, I remember it bothered me so much because when I looked up playthroughs and how to do the stuff, they wouldn't be in the same spots the guys in the videos grabbed them in. So, for me anyway, they would literally just be in different places and it would bother the absolute crap out of me, man. It would bother me, and I just didn't freaking like it, man. I just really didn't. I didn't fucking like it, man. I remember just how many times it bothered me, because I'm like, oh, fuck, no, that's a Jinjo that can actually do damage to me, that can harm me, that can possibly kill me if I'm not fucking careful. And by the way, the Jinjos that do harm you will chase you, so keep that in mind. And the Jiggies, random spawn points, man. Whatever, just fucking whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But anyways, number 15 in terms of positives. Love how Kazooie gives no fucks who she talks smack to. So, for example, Kazooie in this game, as you guys can tell in the beginning of the intro of the movie, she doesn't care who she's talking to. She's not afraid of who she talks shit to. She talks shit to anyone. She does not tolerate anyone's bullshit. She will call you out on bullshit, by the way. Like, if you say bullshit. And she is a little mean at times. She can be very mean at times. She can be not super heartless, but she can be mean at times, bro. When Kazooie's like, dude, Kazooie, unnecessary. You know, Banjo's always trying to tell her, like, that's unnecessary and shit. But I kind of like that about her. I kind of like that about Kazooie as a character. She doesn't care who she's talking smack to. She'll say, oh, we'll whoop your ass, no fucking problem, bro. Like, without even knowing their fucking abilities. Like, she'll straight up say that to you because she's not even scared. She knows how cold she is, bro. She knows what she can do, man. I'm just saying, it's kind of fucking funny. It's funny when she gets in dialogue with some of the other characters in the game and she talks smack, gives them names. It's funny. I love it. She also did a little bit of this in Banjo 1. So, it's awesome that she does even more of this and she acts just as the same as she did in Banjo 1. Because you know some characters in the next game sometimes mature up and don't do the same things they do in the first game, you know, etc., vice versa. Hey, that's just me. Number 15, the bosses for me and other than Gruntilda are forgettable. Now, this is pretty subjective. This isn't a this isn't a fact. Don't take this as a fact, take this as like an opinion, because I noticed like a lot of these older My Experience ones I put as opinions. I mean, a lot of this is opinion based. So, and like I said, you know, you can't change my experience, but I can't change yours either. But the whole reason why I'm giving you my experience so you don't do the same fuck ups as me or vice versa, you know. I don't do the same, well, you guys don't fuck up as much as I do when you guys are playing or shit. I don't know, watch this for entertainment, shit. I don't know. If you don't plan to play the games, I don't know. But anyways, the reason why I say the bosses are forgettable to me is because I don't remember too much of them. This could probably be because of Banjo 1. Because it's not that Banjo Tooie's bosses are forgettable. It's honestly, they're just not, like, memorable to me, personally. And it's been a few months since I've actually 100%ed Banjo Tooie. Now, mind you, this would have been a useless and irrelevant opinion of mine if I did this straight after I beat the game where it's all fresh in my memory. But I've played a lot of games since Banjo Tooie, so a lot of the bosses to me, besides, I can probably name a few maybe. Probably not get their names right, but there was this, the main boss in Witchy World. See, I can't even remember, that's my point. I can't remember their names, but I think I can remember their attacks and stuff. Their attacks and what they look like. One of them was like a blow-up balloon with patches trying to keep himself covered. So like that was in the Witchy world boss. In the hot and cold world, you fight two dragons that are hot and cold based. I do remember that. Gruntilda obviously is one of the most memorable shits. She's literally the main villain of the game, of course. Who isn't gonna remember her? And that's probably all I can remember. But you get my point. Some of these guys are not as memorable to me. And this is just a personal opinion, because whenever I think of bosses in video games, I want them to be memorable regardless of how long I played the game. Regardless of how long. Like, honestly, I remember a lot more things because of stress and anger than I do because I generally remember them and like them, honestly. Like, if you name a boss battle that I fucking struggled with, name a random boss name. Like, just say Ridley out there, and I'll remember it because of how much bullshit he put me through. Out of random curiosity. That's literally... I remembered most of my crash knowledge due to stress and how painful my first time experience was. So that goes to show that I remember a lot more shit due to stress and how much it pisses me off than they do, like, actually because I love the characters behind it. And I'm not trying to say that's the same case with Banjo Kazooie, but I mean, not really super memorable. Oh, but yet you remember the Bomb King and Bowser and fucking, you know, the double thwomp, you know, that temple thing in Drifting Sandland. Oh, but you can remember the bullies. It's Super Mario 64. They're easy to remember in my membrane, and they're not, like, super forgettable, alright, in my eyes. Like, and you guys gotta remember, I'm not like everyone else where I can remember shit like this. Alright, it takes time for me to remember some stuff, and maybe there's another boss here and there that I do remember from Banjo Tooie. Let me try to think of one more. That wasn't the one I listed. Okay, I actually cannot. I actually tried and I can't. But anyways, number 16 for negatives. Trying to freeze the octopus face sometimes being annoying. Okay, so in underwater sections when you're swimming, and also this counts as a visual, right? So you're swimming underwater and you use your ice eggs, and the octopuses move like this. Their legs go like this at super crazy speeds, and you have to freeze them in order to stop their movement. And it only stops for a limited time. It's not forever. And you have to swim and traverse through it. Sometimes even when you freeze them, it still can do damage to you and shit when it's frozen. And let me tell you, those octopuses trying to traverse through them is very annoying. And honestly, I do not like it because sometimes it just doesn't freeze. And I would take damage because of it. And it would really much piss me off. Honestly. Like, honest to God, man, it would piss me off really bad when shit like that happens. Number 17. Oh my God. Okay. Jigsaw Puzzle 6 can kiss my dick. What I mean by that is Banjo Tooie, whenever you enter a world, there's a brand new way of entering a world. So in Banjo 1, you would step on the platform and you would the puzzle piece would, you just press a button and it'll be placed. Banjo Tooie, on the other hand, literally does a mini game with this shit. Okay, here. Oh, also, here's when you collect the Jiggy. That's what I was talking about. It's not as good as Banjo Kazooie. Oh, go, huh? This is the remixed version of that from Banjo Tooie. Meh, at best. Okay. The Jiggy Wiggy Challenge. Now, this, it isn't like, and it's a thing you have to do. You have to do every single time you want to enter a world, bro. Every single time. Every single time. I shit you not. And guys, I'm not good at puzzles. And this is before, like, I enjoyed puzzles. Like, bro, I don't enjoy puzzles like my mom did, or... Yeah, well, actually, kind of. When I was doing it with my mom and stuff, I enjoyed doing puzzles and stuff. But when I was doing them, like, if I ever did them by myself, I would sit there and just not enjoy it. Now, this is just a super challenge. This, you don't actually have to do this one, but this is pretty much for an example. I'm going to use this as a literal example.
And go to
So, not only you would have to sit here and figure out which piece goes on the fucking shit, you would also have to turn them and cog them around like actual pieces. And I don't know why the fuck Banjo Tooie decided, oh, this is going to be a good idea. Let's take the first game's whole ass idea, and it's under a time limit, by the way. Every single jiggy wiggy puzzle bullshit is under a time limit. I don't, and you guys know me, I don't like time limits, I don't like feeling pressured, and this did all of that in a single shake, man. And it's on the fourth one onwards, I really started to hate Jiggy Wiggy's puzzle challenges, man. And this guy may be making it look kind of easy, but man, let me tell you, I did not like this shit in this game, which is why I don't recommend this game to a lot of people. Unless you have a lot of dedication and whatever, a lot of spare time, and you want to just put up with some bullshit, just whip out Banjo Tooie and have fun. Fuck it. Go for a whirl. Play it. You can play it. I'm not trying to stop y'all from playing this game, but I'm just saying, man, it's not, like, this shit is just not enjoyable to me. I don't like puzzle piece joints, man. I know I'm talking about this segment for too fucking long, like the fucking saucer shit, but guys, I want y'all to understand, man, it's almost like, it's not even close to the suffering of a platinum relic, okay, but still, you're under a strict 100 time limit, trying to figure out where all the pieces go, and sure, it gets easier as you put more pieces into shit, but think of my mind, right, think of my brain trying to process this for the first time, and trying to twist and turn the pieces and bop and slap them on there. Like I said, the first few are easy, but after the fourth one, in my opinion, it just gets fucking hard, man. And I'm just trying to enter the world and get the fuck out. That's what I'm trying to do. But no, you have to do this. And in Banjo-Kazooie, you didn't have to do that. You literally just sat on the fucking platform they wanted you to step on, and whatever pieces you collected from the previous world will just be automatically added once you press A on the shit. And that is literally it. But they don't do that in this one for some reason. Honestly, it would have made more sense if they did the puzzle shit in the first game, and then in the second game, you know, they just did, you know, what I just said. Here, let me go back to the music, because I do have to go back and forth, etc., whatever, yada yada yada. Yeah, but Jiggy Wig's Temple. Okay. That was part 4 of my experience with Banjo Tooie. Okay, this is part 5. We're almost done, guys. Alright, and I might try to cut this one short, so like I don't have like a 3-hour stream or something, but okay, maybe a 3-hour might be necessary, but maybe. Alright, nah, because I'm doing this weekly. I'm coming back to this weekly, so maybe an hour is best. Hour or so, 2 hour, whatever. That's the maximum. And I'll talk more about my life after I'm done, so if you guys want to stay here, listen to me ramble about video ideas. Because I do have tons of video ideas I do want to talk to you guys about in this video. So that takes place after my experiences, after newer stuff like that. Okay, number 16 is positives. The worlds we explore are fun with lots of different stuff to do with them, and this is true. In Banjo-Tooie, I'm not saying Banjo-Kazooie didn't have this, but Banjo-Tooie makes the worlds bigger, and a lot of people like bigger, but a lot also it's bigger and better, but it's also bigger and worse, man, in a lot of ways. But number 17 in positive, all worlds we explore are completely different from each other. So, like, they're not all, like, in the same worlds, etc., bullshit, blah, blah. Alright, that's number 17 for the positive. terms of positives again for number 18, collecting Jinjos is just as fun as ever. So Jinjos are the little animal motherfuckers that I probably showed you guys in the first one, maybe. Probably not, because I didn't show a lot. In Banjo 1, there's these little motherfuckers that you have to collect just as Jiggies. So Jiggies and Jinjos, you have to collect different colored Jinjos and Jiggies in each world. There's 5 Jinjos in each world, and pretty much it's the same thing here, but you have to collect multiple of the same color in the different worlds and stuff. But collecting Jinjos is as fun as ever. I love running around the worlds collecting Jinjos and stuff like that. Number 18 in terms of negatives. Not being able to collect every Jiggy off rip / on the first go. Like you can't, on the first go. Like you couldn't, like you could in the first game. Now, with a lot of worlds in this one, like I said, the backtracking is a major problem. You're not allowed to collect more than a certain few Jiggies in one world. You have to travel to another world, like I mentioned with the house situation, where house 1, you can collect 9 Jiggies in that house. In house 2, you can't collect, well, you can collect only 9 out of 10. You have to go to the next world, do everything in the next world, or almost everything in the next world, then backtrack to the first one to be able to collect that one in house, the last Jiggy in house 1, because house 2 has the right power-up, or whatever the fuck you need to progress. And I don't like backtracking in my video games, even older ones. I don't give a fuck what game you are. I don't like it. And I don't recommend it for anybody who does game development, whoever watches my channel. Even though I know I'm not that big, and I know this video ain't gonna get shit for views. Well, other than my usual views, right? You know, I'm just saying, I'm just gonna throw it out there. But whoever is watching this that's a game developer or wants to start creating their own platforming characters or own video game characters, do not put backtrack in your games unless it's absolutely, no, even when it's absolutely necessary. Do not put it in your game in general, bro. Just don't. You know, you can, okay, here, I should word this better. You can put backtrack in your game, but don't make it a fucking hassle like a lot of these older games make it out to be. That's what I should be saying. You can put backtrack in your game, just don't make it a hassle like Crash Bandicoot, Banjo 1 on one case, and Banjo Tooie for a lot of this game. And Conker's Bad Fur Day. A lot of backtracking in that. There's also a lot of fetch quests in that game, which is ridiculous how many fetch quests you actually have to do in that game. Okay, but anyways, my point still stands, is not being able to do everything on the first go. And the thing is, Crash 4 actually does this justice by, hey, you can actually slam all the boxes in the level first go. We'll let you. You can have access to all the secrets first go. But you still have to do it more than fucking once anyway for the time trial and the fuck. You get my point, right? And then you have to do it all again and inverted anyways. Like, what the fuck, Crash 4? But you get my point. It's not right. Games should not be relying on that for more hours. And Crash 4 did rely on that for more hours, which I already explained a lot in my My Turns of Crash Bandicoot before. And also, in the card above at 00 in certain parts of the video, if you guys watch the whole video, hours after my initial watch, right after my initial stream is over, and I'm able to put cards and end cards at the end of it, like cards are this little circle with the eye shit that you can click, and it will show a playlist or a list of videos that I put. And my experience will be one of those. So if you want to click the eye in the right hand corner whenever you look at the video, not now, but whenever it's actually uploaded. And also, I do this on all my other videos as well, so like, you guys can check out more of my experiences for y'all self if y'all are interested in that said game that I actually have all my experiences down. Number 19, turn the positives. Inside Champa's belly minigame, where you shoot these disgusting germs, Champa 8, and if you score 75 points, he'll help you, you help him or ease his stomach. This was actually one of the fun minigames, and usually I don't give minigames that much credit, but shooting stuff against Chomp was actually kind of fun. And I'm not trying to say like all minigames in every video game is fucking bad. I just don't personally like doing them if they're a fucking problem for me. If I don't personally like the minigame, I'm kind of gonna get taken out of the game a bit. But if you do mini games that I personally enjoy, that I can find easy to understand, easy to wrap around, easy to get through, then I will enjoy the mini game. Hence why I like this mini game, and hence that's number 19 on my positive list. Number 19. These worlds take forever to complete to 100%. Like Jesus, man. And it's true. Like I mentioned before with the backtracking, there's tons of backtracking that you have to do to get certain abilities to come back to that world to actually do like 90% or 100% completion on that world. It's ridiculous. Like I mentioned, a lot of these negative points are going to the backtracking because the backtracking is just that horrendous in this fucking game. And it's way worse than Crash Bandicoot's backtracking in Crash 2 and 3 and 4's. Well, actually, 4 doesn't require too much backtracking, but you get my point. You get my point. It's very minuscule. But still, fucking seriously, the backtracking in this game, like even 100% in this game is a drag. It's a drag to do, and it's not that fun as Banjo Kazooie's was. Definitely not. And a bonus on part 5, Grunty Industries shooting the toxic shit pissed me off. Now, there's a Grunty minigame where you're shooting the toxic barrels along the lines of along a conveyor belt, and if you miss one, the whole room gets intoxicated, and you lose, and you take damage, and you lose health, and you have to restart the whole minigame again. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry, but fuck that minigame. I don't know why Banjo Tooie just ceases to put all these little things that would piss a player off in their game. I don't know why they do that. And I know it's game development, but still. Part 6, number 20, in terms of positives. I like how every single Banjo transformation has a good control. Like I said before, good controls lead to Alex enjoying the game. Remember that shit. Good control. Good controls. Number 20, on negatives. This game gets me really pissed, stressed, / angry at times. / by that I mean when I don't understand a puzzle or something in the stage. Like I said, I added this as number 20 because it's very true. I get pissed. Like I said, I get pissed at shit I don't understand. And if I don't understand it, and if you're like forcing me to understand it or like trying to get me to understand it, you're just gonna piss me off even more in your game. And since the game doesn't straight up tell you how to actually do it, you know, you have to actually figure out how to do it. So, and I know guides are very helpful, and they helped me out a lot in this game, and Banjo 1. But still. Like, I don't know. I get really pissed at stuff like this, and it still happens today. Regardless of what game I play, I'm always going to get pissed and stressed out if I don't understand something, or I feel like I really can't do that said thing. I really am. That's just how I am. Number 21, Hailfire Peak reminds me of Freeze Flame Galaxy. Hailfire Peak is literally a fire world. And hail is like ice, so ice, fire, it's basically the ice and fire world that I mentioned with the 2 dragons where you had to fight both of them, like an ice version and a ice version and a fire version. Or a lava version and an ice version of those dragons. They're brothers and stuff and all that other sort of stuff, etc., etc., etc. It's crazy how this place reminds you of Freeze Flame Galaxy because one part of the world is hot and the other part is cold. That's why it mainly reminded me of Freeze Flame Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy. And I like that shit. Number 22, Minji Jonjo boss fight was sick. Now, let me tell you why this boss fight was sick, / let me show you guys why. I think Mini Jonjo is, if I can remember correctly, and you guys remember it's been a few months since I played the game myself. Minji Jongo is a fake-ass mumbo-jumbo. No cap. And by the way, the spawn point for his house is random, so it will be different from each playthrough. I love how you go in this place like a casual-ass freaking, you know, mumbo jumbo and stuff like, oh, I gotta use mumbo again to help me make me use magic, stuff like that, right? And then here we go. And again, the reason why I love this boss so much is because how cool it is. You have to hit him more than like 8 times. You have to hit him about 8 times, and he turns more robotic with each hit. He's an impersonator. He can warp. He can shoot energy out of the staff, like Mumbo's fake-ass staff. Like I said, he's a fake-ass Mumbo, and this boss fight can be over pretty quick. But I remember this took me over an hour to do since it was my first time playing, and you know, I'm not used to him teleporting and warping and shooting laser beams and able to do all this stuff to me. And I love how unique this boss fight was compared to a lot of other bosses on the N64. I'm not trying to shit on bosses on N64. They're good too, but like, you know. Super Mario 64 was just starting out, which is why no one did Super Mario 64's bosses. They all understand why their bosses was pretty basic and simple. And he dies. I love that fight. Even though the fight for the video, like what I showed you guys, was very short, the fight in general was very fun, very memorable. He's actually the one boss fight I do remember. I just didn't want to tell you guys. Oh my god. That fucking wink I did at the end there. I really just didn't want to spoil that boss fight, honestly. Okay, not honestly. I really actually did kind of forget about him, but you get my point. Number 20. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Fuck the music. Never mind. Never fucking mind. Mary's Race in Cloud Cuckoo Land. Oh. This was bad, dude. This was bad for me. Now, this might not be that bad for y'all when you guys do it, but I literally had to go into my N64 settings, fuck with the controller speed of my button presses to win against this bitch one time. Because, let me tell y'all, the emulator button couldn't predict my mashing speed when I was mashing. Remember, you guys have to mash A in that race. In this race, right? This race specifically, you have to do that for more than a minute straight, dude. Mary Camary's Race in Cloud Cuckoo Land is bullshit. And let me tell you, y'all are gonna hurt y'all fucking fingers by doing this shit on some Crash 4 shit with the triple spin and stuff. Alright? And I remember there's people coming up with multiple different strategies during this race. And I know, I kind of cheated to get through, but I was getting sick of it at this point. Guys, I was literally trying to do it as legitimate as I can on the emulator, and I just fucking couldn't. Cloud Cuckoo Land. Now, I'm going to actually show you how the race is. Cuckoo Land, right? Alright. And literally, people have made videos showing people how to beat it because back in the day, it was so fucking hard to do. And again, like I said, it's bullshit that players have to go through shit like this. So you have to go on this tiny ass little mouse that you have to, yeah, press A as fast as you can, as long as you can. Keep in mind how long this garbage is, bro. Oh, not even a minute. You actually have to go even longer than that. This race is 2 minutes straight of mashing A as fast as you guys can possibly can. 2 minutes. That means it's 4 minutes 2 minutes for the first one for the fucking, for the cheat sheet, and the second one for the jiggy. Alright, or the first one's for the jiggy, the second one's for the cheat sheet. But still, since I 100%ed, I had to do it 2 times. And think about it, if this wasn't on emulator, I'd be screaming to high heaven on this. No, even when it wasn't on emulator, I remember spending so much of my day figuring this out. And I know this guy, again, made it look super easy, which he did. And, oh yeah, you also have to race back. So, she was like, oh shit, that was good. No, fuck. You beat me. Use your prize of service. Won't be greedy. We will win all our possessions. Now look, you get a jiggy the first time, like I said, and the second time you get a cheat sheet. And you have to go and continue that again, bro. For a minute straight, man. Just imagine a minute straight of mashing the shit out of A. Now, for some people, you got mashing speed of gods, okay? Some of us low-key have crazy-ass mashing speeds. I shit bricks thinking of somebody mashing, like, not faster than the speed of light, but doing, like, 10 A presses in like, I don't know, some amount of seconds, milliseconds, or whatever, dude. See, look at this shit. And by the way, like I said, the emulator wouldn't press fast enough to make me go fast. So I couldn't even use my full mashing speed. I literally had to fucking cheat the system on the emulator. And this is the emulator's fault. This is not the fucking game itself. This is the emulator's fault for not reading my button presses. Actually, they did, but it'd be too slow. And it'd be way too slow enough to deal with this shit. It wouldn't be enough to win the race both times. I literally had to break my emulator speed on the controller and mash the shit out of A then to even win against this bitch. That's how bad this shit was for me. And the reason why I haven't thought about it since then is because there's kind of no point in thinking about it. Because I've already done it, get it over with. And you can say that for a lot of things, but some things really stick with me because of the stress and pressure they put me through. This put me through a lot of shit, so now I'm going to be thinking about this for the next fucking week. Fuck, man. Bro, like I said, Mary, Carrie's, Race, and Cloud Cuckoo Land, I got one more thing to say to you. I got one more thing to say to this race. Fuck you! Okay, now let's move on, because that race was a pain in the ass, and I remember I couldn't, like, get my anger out, bro. Like, I low-key could not. I low-key could not get my anger out against this bitch, bro. So when I was playing this late at night, dude. Because I would be on Banjo for hours, guys. Like I said, when I'm doing these My Experience videos, I get really determined to do something and get shit done. So I'm literally there for hours, spending hours of my day, more than 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours a day, sitting there playing the said game that I want to finish for you guys. So you guys can get the fucking video, you know, you guys get the shit out, stuff like that. Oh, the so-called No Nut November. No Nut November is just a thing. Basically, for people, like, you just can't masturbate the whole month. That's literally it. I don't know, it's a stupid thing people came up with, and it's been a thing going around for years now because of it. But anyways, that's a super negative. I fucking hated the shit out of that part, and I don't think I'll ever like Cuckoo Mary's races, and that's also another big reason why I will never return to this garbage. Or not garbage, the game's not complete garbage, but I'll never return to this fucking mess, and 100% it ever again. I'm satisfied after my first time, thank you. Okay, this is part 7, and I do have a page showing you guys I have completed 100% all worlds. All the 100% logos are right next to them. I wish I had screenshots, but my tablet reset and I lost my data for Banjo Tooie, but I still had the papers. I heard that from the internet challenge. I decided to do that once. Doesn't hurt. Well, no, it doesn't hurt. I still think it's just stupid. Also, I beat the game back in July 17th of 2021. So yeah, literally months ago. And I'm getting to this video now. But anyways, number 23 after good. After that race, the rest of Cloud Cuckoo Land was super fun. So no lie, like literally the race was bullshit. That was the worst part of the world, and then the rest of it is good. So that's good for me. Number 23 negative. Some of the dialogue in this game can get boring if you don't care about it. Like, dude, the dialogue is long and stretched at times, almost like Zelda dialogue a lot. And you guys know Zelda's a dialogue-heavy game. Like, there's a lot of information you need to get in your head in certain Zelda games. Not every Zelda game has this problem, but some of them do, and it's like, oh my god, just get to the game already, bro. Like, if you don't care about the lore, if you don't care about the stories. But I care about the stories, so... But still, even then, it still got fucking boring. You know, the dialogue got boring, and I just wanted to be like, okay, press A, press A, press A, press A, press A. Let me get more into the gameplay. Let me get more into the gameplay style, please. Stuff like that. Number 24, Kong Long finally realizing he'll never beat Banjo and Kazooie. Now, this is during their boss fight near the end of the game. It's easy if you work out during urges. True. Well, I can't say that because I never done it before, but still. How easy get out of here, bro? But yeah, Kong Long is another boss that you do fight in the game that I don't really care to mention, honestly. He's alright. He's one of Gruntilda's henchmen, whatever. Number 24, negative. The final boss is stupid hard. Oh, and then I go into the phases. Oh, okay. So the final boss, okay. Number 25. Okay, I'm going to go into the final boss territory. And it looks like I do have a good back. Yeah, looks like I'm going to get into the final boss territory, so literally I'm going to be done after this. I'm going to be done after this portion. So let's get into Banjo Tooie's final boss. But before that, I do like the game, what is it? If you guys remember Grunty's Furnace Fun, they actually have a way better game where you still answer questions, but, you know, it's a better game. It's Gruntilda's, I can't remember what it was. It was, you know, obviously in the final boss, she's fighting with the Hag 1 in Banjo Tooie. But anyways, let's get into the final boss. Phase 1, she shoots a missile when blown up, splits into multiple directions. Quiz after. Oh, well, that's actually Phase 2, actually. Phase 1, 2 slow laser beams. Quiz after that. And basically, it goes into, like, she does a move, and then she gives you a quiz, and it's a whole thing. I'm going to show you what she can do, guys. I have to at least do that much for y'all, okay? The final boss. Because the final boss is very, very important. And, you know, and the cutscenes, you know, etc. They're important to get through, too. But we're trying to get through this bitch. Banjo's talking about the landscape, but doesn't realize the monster Hag 1 behind her. I love the music Gruntilda has, too, with this one. Was it better than the first one? It was stressful, man. Stressful because this ended up being a shooter section. See, it's slow at first. See? And here comes the questions. And the questions are actually randomized as well. That's another thing. Each question's randomized. So whenever you hear something important, make sure you keep tabs of that. Yeah. See, if you get the question right, she'll use her slower attacks instead of her faster ones. If you get them wrong, she'll use an even stronger and worser attack. See, and this is another thing, so I'm not so used to the aiming. I always got fucked up in these sections, so when I was playing against Gruntilda here, I would always get effed up. Always. Oh. See, and she'll slow down. And you have to make sure you shoot her with eggs, too. Yeah, I don't know why, but when they're in this final boss, when shit drops, like health and shit, health shit's dropped, the sound effect just gets louder. I don't get that. See, and this is phase 3 when she starts using missiles and stuff that follow. Yeah, that split. It's kind of bullshit because I remember when I had to deal with this. This moment was so intense for me. I remember. See, over 100 hit points, bruh. And the thing is, another thing is to make this boss go a little faster, a smidge faster, is you can like shoot her multiple times, around like 10 times a game. So like you can just do, you know, if you can dodge her bolts of energy and shit, or magic. The hag one was no fucking joke, man. Woo-wee! I don't know why he's taking his time, but it's whatever. Oh, and then she starts using her drill in this phase right here, where she starts coming at you and like laser beams and drill, dude. And she comes driving towards you slowly as fucking shit. This is on the N64, man. Think about that real fucking fast. This is on N64, man. Not PlayStation 1, just N64, man. Power of the N64 is so fucking sick. About 6 minutes into it out of 15 minutes. Oh yeah, and then you had to throw your little bird in there. I remember I got so confused at this point, man. And there's 2 of those systems you have to blow up. You do have a lot of health later in the game if you collected everything up to this point, but still. Cool, huh? Yeah, you can do like a rolling jump, which I think is sick to help you get more leverage and speed. Woo-wee! Yeah, he got that question wrong, so now he's facing faster attacks. See? Someone commented on one of my videos. I just got a notification for it. That's actually kind of cool. Thank you all for watching these all the time, man. Appreciate this. Seriously. And I'll make sure to talk about Bleach, because I do actually have something planned for Bleach. After all my experience and stuff are over, and I'm doing stuff less frequent, like a little bit less frequent, like, oh yeah, I started sending out henchmen too. Look at that shit. Ugh. And make sure you kill him, like, take him down. He's struggling a bit. Because this isn't my gameplay, by the way. This is Pack Attack's gameplay of this. I think this stream's already been 2 hours, so I know it's been an hour already, so about 2 hours. The game's way longer than 2 hours. It's about, like, what, 10 to 15 hours worth of gameplay? So if you want a long N64 title, this is where it is. This was bullshit. Hated this phase right here, man. When she shoots purple energy, you're fucked, man. Fuck, he is not aiming good. Yeah, this is the biggest spell she could do. Okay, the other one was just like the fucking pink gas. Dude, this is her strongest shit. You take one of these, I think it's instant hit. I think it's death on sight if you try to take one of these. And these balls are way faster, yo. Now, this is the ending of the game. Welcome back, Banjo and Kazooie. Oh yeah, and Bottles was brought back to life for some reason. I don't know how he got back to life. Ooh. Seriously. Seeing all the characters that helped you in your quest will go out. Okay, this is not the ending. This is a fucking Taco Bell ad. Yeah, they actually start kicking Gruntilda's head around. Look at this shit. By the way, fun fact. In some countries, this had to be censored. I think Japan was one of those countries that they had to censor this for. Instead of a head, I think it was something else, like a different body part, or just no body parts at all. I love how they're just kicking her. Banjo 3 Whoa, whoa. That fucking hippo. And that's the end of Banjo and Kazooie, or Banjo Tooie. Alright. Okay. I have to play this one more time, y'all. I'm sorry. Here's a question. What's the worst ship war have you seen? I may not know, but I've heard of it. I have never heard of the ship. I don't remember any ship wars, really. Honestly to God. I really don't. Oh my God. My pinky fucking hurts, y'all. Because I lifted the tablet with my pinky by itself, so. Huh? This is the first game's opening, by the way. Okay, but let me put my tablet on the charger. Alright, we're done. Hey, Louis, can I sit there, bro?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm done with PS4. I got my point across, so here. Turn it off. You can have the center stage. You can have Wi-Fi back on for your stuff. Okay. Number 26, I thought the final boss was cool. But she had 100 hits with way too many phases. I did not like that. And then I go on talking about each phase, but I'm not going to bore y'all with the details. I just showed y'all with, like, what phases she has and what abilities. Dude, my tablet needs to charge, like, right now, dude. It's at, like, 28, bro. And you know what happens when my tablet hits, like, 25? Starts doing that blowout shit.
Yeah.
Or the audio starts getting bad. That's what I meant to say. Okay. There you go, Louis. So you can have Wi-Fi on and stuff now since she's off. I powered her off just now. So you can watch YouTube again. Guys, I literally have Louis, like, turn off his Wi-Fi every once a week so I can get through this, like, so I can show you guys visually what I'm talking about, and so you guys can have music in the background of the stream when it's happening, so you guys don't get, like, bored of just me talking about things. And I want to mention my final thoughts on Banjo Tooie. But before that, I just want to say that Banjo Tooie is not a bad game whatsoever. If you guys like Banjo Tooie more than Banjo Kazooie, that's fine. No hate against you, bro. I'm just personally a Banjo Kazooie, Banjo 1 guy more than a Banjo Tooie guy. You know, just like Ant Dude in his video. Ant Dude in his video made, Ant Dude, he's another YouTuber. He made a whole video talking about Banjo Tooie as well and Banjo Kazooie. But he made a whole video talking about Banjo Tooie too, and he also prefers Banjo 1 over 2. And no, I'm not just saying it because he's saying it. I actually played the fucking game, which you guys saw. I played the game for myself and 100%ed it for myself so I can see what people are talking about when it comes to the Banjo series. And it's also very sad that Banjo 3 Heat isn't a thing. If you guys want to know, Banjo 3 Heat is not a thing. A lot of people have talked about Banjo 3 Heat being a thing for years, like making fan trailers and fan recreations of their own version of Banjo 3E, but that is not an actual game. The actual third game that takes place is Banjo Nuts and Bolts, but that's so far from the actual Banjo-Kazooie style of gameplay that it's not really considered a real Banjo-Kazooie adventure game in the Banjo-Kazooie franchise. They do have another Banjo game, but that's on more on the GBA called Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge. I don't know if I'll play that GBA one, or maybe I'll make a separate video for it. I don't know. We're going to have to see on that one, because I still haven't played that even up to this point now. I haven't played it. Maybe in 2022, we might see more of that. If you guys want more Banjo-Kazooie content, you know, slap like, because you guys gave the first Banjo-Kazooie My Experience a lot of attention, so thank you for that. But anyways, let's get into my final thoughts on the game. But from what I heard, oh, ship war. Oh, I thought you meant like battleships, like actual ships. Probably like Ichiruki maybe, because those fans are really toxic towards the creator Taite Kubo, because their ship didn't get in, like they're sending death threats, and they're a whole thing in the Bleach fandom. Their whole thing, they're a problem. But from what I heard, one of the worst ones I've seen is the Ichiruki and the Ichihime ship war. Yeah, it is really bad. It's as bad as you hear about. Back in the day, especially when, because a lot of people really care about characters being shipped with each other, even though the stories themselves are nothing in relationship to relationships and stuff like that in the show. So I don't know why people are getting all their hokey pokies about. I get it if you like this character with that character, but don't go fucking ape shit about it. It's stupid. I hate that shit. My final thoughts on Banjo Tooie. Banjo Tooie is a great game, or a good game. But I feel like this journey just kept going. For example, all the worlds felt like they went on for too long, and the amount of mini games was ridiculous. The amount of mini games was ridiculous per world, and also way too much collectibles. And what the hell, man, Miss Pip? Louie, can you let Pip in, or are you doing something? And aim mashing sections that make me hate my life. I think because of these three things, Banjo Tooie is it's the way it is with fans. It is the way it is with fans. What I mean, oh my god, bro. Come on, Pip. Come on in. Scratching like crazy over here. Alright, come on. Cut blocking my final thoughts on the game. I have this Pip here. There you go. You can go back there. There you go, Pip. She's behind me now, guys. Miss Pip was in the fine. But see, like, when I finish this game and all that good stuff, I understood where everyone was coming from when everyone says, this game's just alright. You know, because look, Banjo-Kazooie, the first game they had, was one of the staple N64 platformers. It was one of the N64 platformers that people would be like, this game is legit the shit. It's better than Super Mario 64 in terms of collecting things. Like, you don't have to go back to the hub world, because I remember that was a huge thing. I remember that was a huge thing back in the N64 days and stuff, and I remember Banjo-Kazooie just being remembered as a legendary collectathon, but then Banjo-Tooie came along and everyone just treats it as it's alright. And it's because of the A-mashing sections, it's because of the constant backtracking this game has, and it's because of how big how big the worlds can feel. And if you die once, you have to go back out and start again. And the worlds are way too big for a lot of people. It is absolutely insane to me that, you know, it's insane that, you know, and again, to people that love Banjo-Tooie more than Banjo-Kazooie, good for you. You know, no hate to you, all the power to you, actually. But I have to agree with them. I see what they're talking about. I see, like, I literally seen and played what they're fucking talking about. I understand that 100%, man. The game, there is way too many collectibles. There is way too many. The worlds are just way too big to explore. And if it was all done in one sitting, I don't think people would still have a problem, but they would be having a problem with the worlds just being too big. It wouldn't be, the constant backtracking. And I remember that is one of the biggest things that holds this game back from being right up there with Banjo-Kazooie in a lot of people's eyes, is the constant backtracking you have to do through each world. And the amount of shit you can, there's so much shit you do in them, like in each and every single world, and the backtracking through all of them because you don't have certain abilities gets a little repetitive and ridiculous and just makes you want to just drop the controller and be like, I'm done playing. And whenever you're creating a game, you don't ever want to make your player feel too frustrated with the game, unless your game is straight up made to be hard in the first place. But if you're trying to make a game that's accessible to everyone, then make it as accessible to everyone as possible. This is not the way to do it, Banjo-Tooie. I'm sorry, but... And the thing is, Rare was really good. They made multiple games. Also, again, shoutouts to Rare for creating this game. They also were the people behind the Donkey Kong Country series, Donkey Kong 64, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Banjo 1, and many other games. Alright, many games in the classic era, in the classic days of Rare, where they made legendary titles. And just Banjo-Tooie, it is a good title, it's a good game, but it feels like the Banjo-Kazooie developers were like, okay, let's make another Banjo game, but not have the same magic as the first one did. That's why everyone sees it as alright. It just doesn't carry the same weight and magic the first one had. And it's not just my opinion, it's a lot of other people's opinion too, but it's also what my opinion is too. And I couldn't agree more with what they're saying. And that's honestly a sad thing, because and a lot of the time, I want the games to be better than the first one, in my opinion. First of all, Crash 2, despite its problems, I like more than Crash 1 in some degree. You know, Crash 2 is my favorite game in the Crash Bandicoot franchise, in terms of Crash Bandicoot video games. I don't know about Super Mario Brothers. I love all the 2D Marios equal as fuck, man. I'm sorry, but, like, there's no definitive best Super Mario World is really fucking good, man. But you get my point. But still, like, Banjo-Tooie, I love your game, Rare. You did a great job creating it, but it's just too big, man. You guys went way overboard, and that's what a lot of people feel. Overboard, like, they feel... You don't want to also make your player feel overwhelmed when they first boot up the game. Because when I first boot up the game, I didn't feel overwhelmed. I was getting into it like, you know, usual Banjo game goes. But then after they introduced all the moves, like... And that's another thing. People were also having problems with all the moves you have to remember constantly going through the stages and how long some of them can be. Dude, I remember, like, I would only be halfway done or less than halfway done with one of the worlds at one of my battery percentages, bro. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Bro, when I'm sitting there going through some of these worlds, man, it's ridiculous because it's like, bro, my tablet can be, like, almost dead and I'm only half finished with what I needed to do, or less than half than what I needed to do in that said world. That's how long a lot of these worlds take. And it shouldn't be that way. It should just be like Banjo-Kazooie. You can finish most of them in 1 to 2 sittings. Banjo-Tooie, on the other hand, it took me more than 3 sittings to finish one world completely. And even then, remember, a lot of that I would have to split one world and go into the next one to complete that one, to go back to that one to finish that one. So it would just be even longer. And I don't think Banjo Tooie needed that. I don't think Banjo Tooie needed the backtracking. I really, really wish they didn't add that. And the amount of worlds, how stretched they are. If they're going to make the world super big, don't add backtracking to them. Just condense them down, like I've said, in Banjo, I think Kazooie, like I was mentioning to my brother a few times. Just, in Banjo 3E, what they need to do to, you know, if they ever come back to Banjo 3E, if they ever do the idea, to satisfy Banjo Kazooie 1 and 2 fans, for Banjo 1 fans, condense the worlds down to Banjo 1's size. For Banjo Tooie worlds, make them as explorable as possible. Alright, just like Banjo 1. Like, just add elements, like, example, like, you know, newer stuff to do, like Banjo Tooie had. Add smaller and more condensed worlds like Banjo 1 had. Don't make the worlds feel too long like Banjo 1. Like I said, like Banjo 3 can be the perfect combination of Banjo 1 and 2, and it would be the perfect Banjo experience. But we don't have that. We have one that's perfect and the other that is overfixed. Like, not overwhelmingly. I mean, it's good, but way too overwhelming at times. And that's just my opinion and my final thoughts on Banjo-Kazooie. But now, since we're done with that, I wanted to talk more about my YouTube channel and what has been going on. Why was I gone? Okay, I was gone because I felt like I wanted to beat another game on the channel. By the way, Frozer, those examples I mentioned are literally most of Ichiruki fans in a nutshell. Oh yeah, facts. I was reading, but hate art of Inoue, Ichiruki, dojins of them cheating on Renji and Inoue, etc. Disgusting. That's right, Frozer. Hey man, okay, but let me mention this as well. Let me mention what I mentioned about Bleach, okay? Because I know this channel was represented off Bleach. I have been very far from anime, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know if you guys saying this or recognize this, but I fucks with anime still, don't get me wrong. I still watch One Piece. I still watch fucking... Actually, yeah, One Piece is probably like the only anime I watch still. But, like, that's still ongoing. And probably Boruto or Naruto, whatever. I'm watching Boruto mainly for Naruto and them. And actually, some of Boruto has decent story. I'm not saying One Piece, I'm not saying other anime don't, but those are the current anime that I am. Well, Boruto, not really right now, because filler arcs. I'm only in it for all the canon stuff, honestly. But One Piece, I'm watching constantly every week and reading its manga every week. And that's really the only anime I've been really watching. Like, I still go back and think about Bleach every now and again, but, like, I don't know. I feel like I need to explain this better, but when I was a Bleach fan, guys, like a hardcore Bleach fan, I was pretty toxic about Bleach as a series as a whole. Hence why I deleted all my Bleach videos and stuff. And even the most popular one that got like more than 6K views and stuff, a lot of people hated me after that video, and I remember apologizing to people that saw that video and said, you know, that was 3 years ago, man. I've changed. I'm not that person anymore. And because of those videos and because how much of an impact I left on the Bleach community in terms of a negative light, I left the Bleach community altogether. And I kind of did what I want to do this whole time, was create content that I found enjoyable, that, you know, you guys can find enjoyable to watch. That's why I don't cover Bleach too much anymore, is because I don't need Bleach to bandwagon off of for my success on YouTube. And like I said, I moved away from Bleach entirely. I moved away from Bleach. Like, I'll still make a Bleach video and a Bleach Brave Soul video here and there, and a lot of people may be saying, hey, Alex, your first video was actually a Bleach video. That was to get everyone back on board, but then after a few Bleach videos, I decided to continue playing Brave Souls because I kind of enjoyed it at that time, and then I stopped because I realized how boring it was and all that yada 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 stuff. It's a whole thing. You know, it might deserve its own video, like my experience, because I've explained it so many fucking times. But like I said, I've moved my channel from Bleach, which is why I'm not covering it as much anymore. Same with Bleach Brave Souls. I'm covering shit that I want to cover, like Super Mario Brothers. I'm getting back into the old gen gaming again, as you guys can see with my experiences and tons of games that I've been playing. I've just been enjoying that more than I have been with anime as of late. And I think that's how I'm going to be for a long time, until an anime really fucking impresses me. And, you know, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, the Bleach news that I have been seeing, like, I don't know why, but I feel so distant from the Bleach community nowadays. Like, whenever I saw, like, Bleach getting a new thing, don't get me wrong, I was happy as fuck. seeing that for you guys, but for myself, I wasn't super excited anymore because I wasn't super Omega invested in Bleach. Don't get me wrong, I have all the knowledge of Bleach in my heart. I still have it all right here where it has never left. But my passion for the series has kind of died off a bit. And that's because of what I'm doing now. Because I'm doing stuff that I'm actually loving now again. And I'm getting into, like, you know, stuff that's different and stuff. I've always wanted to be a variety channel. That's what I've been doing on YouTube for the past long-ass time. And ever since I became a Bleach channel, I'm not saying I regretted it, but I liked it at the time, but I regretted it in the long run because people only cared about me for Bleach, not for me as a person. And I'd rather have you guys care about me for a person than fucking one-track content. I know that's what YouTube is used for sometimes with some content creators. I just can't stand being that way. I have to be different. I have to show my love for different things. Otherwise, you know, I just can't operate as a person. I'm going to be dead ass. So when I made the Bleach videos, I'm not saying I made the Bleach video just for clout. When I started, I actually really loved Bleach, but that love was turning into toxicity and all that other shit, which is why I moved away from the series after that Jump Force video, after me leaving YouTube for a while and coming back. I left the whole Bleach stuff behind me, and I moved on. But I will still make Bleach videos every now and again about certain characters I do like from the show and stuff, and, you know, I am happy that Bleach is coming back, but like I said, I'm very distant from the series. I'm not as hardcore into it as I once was. I still love certain characters to the same extent. Well, not to the same extent, to a lower extent, but not to a toxic extent, if you catch my drift. To a normal, degradable extent, like everybody else. Like, when they say they love Ichigo, I love Ichigo too. You know what I'm saying? When I love White Ichigo, I love White Ichigo. I love White Ichigo a lot. I mean, the whole reason why a fanfic was created about me was because I loved White Ichigo so much at that time. But nowadays, my White Ichigo love has died down. Hell, I remember when Chris and Ami were in a party with me, and they're like, yo, what the fuck? Your White Ichigo love died down? And I'm like, yeah, it did. It did. And I know I mentioned this, and this might sound cringe as fuck, but people change, bro. People change. People change. Not with every passing day, but people do change. You know, each year by year, man, they change. They change for the better, worse, or they change a little bit, or they barely change, or they don't change at all. You know what I'm saying? They go through all 5 of those. Not at once, sometimes at once, but sometimes in small increments. And that's just how I feel about the Bleach series, to be honest. Is I'm pretty distant from it because of my past actions in the Bleach community before, you know, I deleted all my videos and stuff and restarted up again, you know, 3 years ago now. I had this channel since 2017 stuff, but still. I just want to get that out there for people that do watch Bleach. You can still stay subscribed, but I'm not making Bleach content all the time anymore. But here and there, I will say, hey, you know what? Since my audience have been so nice to me, I'll throw a Bleach video at them. You know what I'm saying? So, subscribe if you like Bleach, but, you know, don't expect them all the time. Expect what I like all the time nowadays. Not Bleach. Stuff like that. Sorry, but whenever someone talks to me about Bleach, it's kind of like nowadays, it's kind of like that closed door that's never opened anymore because no one brings up Bleach to me anymore and stuff. Well, some people still know me and only know me for the stuff I did for the Bleach series, so I guess that's cool. But still, I'd rather be known nowadays for what I do for people, like entertain people and stuff like that. I mean, honestly, I'm actually grateful to be known at all, like for the Bleach stuff, for the stuff I do now. I'm grateful if people know me for both. I can say that much. But anyways, that has been my experience with Banjo Tooie. I hope you guys really did enjoy this one. I know I took a week off, and again, why I took a week off was because I wanted to finish another game that I have for another of my experience video that I do have planned, but it's probably going to go into 2022 most likely. You guys, again, will be seeing my experiences weekly, or not as weekly. Like, I'll skip a week and then come back the week after, you know, to continue. Since I already know these are going into 2022, and, you know, I might as well just keep the train going, and, Louis, can you toss me those? I might as well just do these all and get them done stuff. So, that's cool. then I'm gonna get these done. Can you hand me the other ones? On my bed. Thank you. And again, like I said, I love Banjo Tooie. I love the game, but they did way too much with it. And I felt like they should have taken this game and taken what didn't work out at the not last moment, but when they're during development. I'm not trying to say they didn't do that, because they did do that with a lot of things and a lot of game modes that they were going to add, but still, like, I felt like a lot of things should have been changed to make it better for more Banjo 1 fans than a bloated Banjo game, honestly. And I'm not trying to say Banjo Tooie sucks, okay? I'm just saying, for people that have for people that prefer Banjo 1, I felt like this game should have leaned more on that. I get it. Expanding is better, but sometimes expanding can be your downfall. Like this game was from Banjo-Kazooie's first game being always high regard as one of the best platformers to it's a good platforming game for everybody. Like, that is a bar way too high it set for itself to only be like, oh, it's a good game afterwards. It's not. There's some things they did better than Banjo 1, but not everything is better. In fact, they did a lot more things that's worse that they added in this game than they did Banjo 1. But anyways, like I said, that's my final thoughts on Banjo Tooie. Let me know if you guys agree with my thoughts on Banjo Tooie. Let me know if you disagree. I would love to hear that in the comments. And also, in my experience videos, give me more ideas on what to do for more of my experiences. For example, like, what games do you want me to play? And if I haven't already played them for my experience, just going to have to wait until I get to that point in my experiences. And again, I beat this game way back in July 17th, 2021, man. July 17th was when I actually beat the game. So not whenever this is getting uploaded. It's actually July I beat the game. So, yeah. So it's been July. What's after July?
August, September, October, month.
It's been 4. It's been 4 months since I beat Banjo Tooie for the very first time. So, yeah. I'll catch you guys later down the line. I love you guys. Like and subscribe if you want to, man. I'm not going to force anyone to subscribe, but also like the video. Also, if you guys want to share this with your friends, because I know like my live streams do not get a lot of shares. Because we keep it very private around here, It's like my community, My community's the only one that knows my videos, which is cool. I don't mind, but I do like seeing, new people every now and again that come in and say, hey, Al, it's good. But, share my videos if you want to. If you really, really, really want to. Even if they don't get shown, even if no one watches your link, I'm still thankful you even fucking bothered to share my video, because not a lot of my videos get shared unless it's super popular, like my almost 8K viewed video now that's most popular, and it's a Bleach video, mind y'all. So, I've done my service in terms of good and bad for the Bleach community. I feel like I'm fucking balanced now. Actually, now thinking about it, I really shouldn't really feel super distant from the Bleach community. Instead, I should feel not connected, but I should feel in the middle of it now. Like, I should feel like I'm more in the middle ground between Bleach. You know what? Fuck what I said about being I am still distant, but I'm still in the middle ground. Like, I don't hate it. I don't super Omega love it like I used to. I'm just in the middle now. Like, it's alright. But I did my service to the Bleach community by making that tier list video before. I don't know why, but I remember when I made that tier list video, fun fact, no one made a Bleach tier list video. So, like, technically, I'm not going to say I was the very first, but I was one of the first people to do it. And then everyone else, after my video started blowing up, everyone else started doing it. And I'm not trying to sound self-centered, but literally, James Hansen hasn't done it. Platinum Equinox didn't fucking do it. Fucking, Bleach Center didn't do it. Like, literally all the Bleach YouTubers I knew didn't fucking do it until I fucking uploaded mine, and then everyone else started uploading theirs. So it's like, it was weird. It was a whole thing. I was like, okay, why don't I do a Bleach tier list video? See where it goes. And you guys love the tier list video, so I also plan to deliver one more on that. But one more thing before I go. I do plan to bring the gaming back as well once all these my experiences are done. Like, my experiences on, I don't know. I have to decide this, but let me know. My experiences on paper are done, or all the my experience. Like that includes the ones on Little Jimmy, which I have a lot to get through on Little Jimmy now. My goodness, I have more than like 6. But the thing is, those are a lot of those games are being compiled in one my experience stream. So like for example, I did play the Wario Land series up to 4, so meaning all 4 of those games will be like in one big condensed live stream. So like I said, I do have a lot to get through, but still, like, you know, some of those videos will be like like not a 2-parter, but like some of those videos, like some of those games that I'm talking about will be combined in like one video. Like not different games, but if they're from the same respective series, they will be combined in like one big fat thing. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, for tuning into my stream. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.